Hi, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Dangerous Misinformation. I'm Rodney Smith. This is the bite-sized podcast to inspire topics for you to ruin family dinners and social gatherings. Join us today as we'll be going over pressing topics such as poor people, missing persons flyers, communism, and much, much, much more fun for the entire family. Please leave a rating. Stick around to the end. This is Dangerous Misinformation. Greetings, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. This is Dangerous Misinformation, the number one source in the world for all things frightening. All things frightening, very, very spooky things. A little late for spooky season, but it's not even scary, dude, I promise. If this is your first time tuning in, this is the only podcast in the world where we love our body, but we also make fun of every dumb thing that everybody might do, because that is true equality, and that is one thing I stand for. Martin had a dream, and Rodney has a dream, and that means I have a dream that one day little white boys and little black boys and little whatever boys, and it's not like only people with penises can be boys, because we already know that there's female penises. So when I say little boys, that's a inclusive term, like saying you guys, okay? When I'm saying all you boys, because yeah, there's women with penises. A female penis is different from a male penis because it's a female's penis. So anyways, I have a dream that little boys of all creeds and colors, and no matter what gender their penis is, can all play together and make fun of each other's equally. I don't know why I said each other's, but I guess I wanted to include they, them. God, look at me, dude. I'm just trucking along, bro. I'm just trucking along and on the path of inclusion and tolerance and understanding. So I don't know about you, but I'm pretty proud of myself. So next Pride Festival that comes around, I better get a float. I better get the petty float, the giant Dangerous Misinformation rims, the fucking spree wheels that you spin them and they keep spinning. Remember when rappers had those rims that just kept spinning? The blades, chopping blades? I think as soon as rappers' rims stopped spinning and they stopped wearing jerseys backwards and they stopped taking the stickers off their hats, or stopped not taking the stickers off their hats. Wait, how do you say that? It's okay. As soon as rappers stopped having the rims that kept spinning, stopped wearing football jerseys backwards, and started taking the stickers off their hat. Wow, that really just put my brain in I think I have Alzheimer's. I think I'm coming down with a case of early dementia because I couldn't string that sentence together. That's really when the music started lacking. We went from fucking, I like the way you do that right there, to whatever the fuck is on the radio now, because I couldn't tell you. So I was like, oh, who's your favorite rapper? Bro, I'm 33. You think I have a favorite rapper? I don't give a fuck. I have my favorite blanket. That's about that, dude. Hell yeah. Yeah, I haven't really listened to music since. I think the last time I went music digging was like during quarantine when I first got laid off. And I was just like sitting around the house and waiting for the world to resume, watching Walking Dead and shit like that. I remember my ex-girlfriend at the time. You know, you ever... I remember my ex-girlfriend at the time. She had to go because she was working at a restaurant. So I was working for this aviation company, and then so I got laid off. But because I got laid off, you know, and I wasn't even laid off yet. I was just staying home. I can't even remember. But either way, I was good, you know, because my unemployment was like $1,000 a week. And then plus I got the severance package from my work. And then before I even got laid, they just told us to stay home. You know what I mean? And so she kind of got fucked because she was working at this restaurant. And so she didn't have an income. So she had to go get a job during quarantine. And then for me, it was like, well, why am I going to go get some bullshit ass job? Because I'm making the same amount of money I was at my job where I was working for 5 years and I still have all my benefits and stuff. So why would I go work at Walmart, you know? And so she would go work at this, it was like a mortgage lending place. And she had this like Indian supervisor who was just a huge dick. And so she would get off work from working like 10 hours. And you know how women love to work, right? And she would come home and I would just be in my fucking sweatpants all day, just fucking looking for new Young Thug songs and making memes. Like she would get home and be like, oh, babe, check out this meme I made. And then, yeah, that's, As you can guess, things did not work out, but that's okay, dude, because I've made some fire memes, and those memes have led us here. Everything is interconnected, dude. We're like one big giant human centipede of life and energy. The fucking mouth of the thing connects to whatever, dude. We started at the asshole, and now we're at the mouth, and we eatin', fam. So please be sure to leave a rating. Please be sure to subscribe. Again, eating up them subscriptions. I think we're at what? 2.8 something thousand subscribers on YouTube now, which is pretty cool, but the videos aren't getting hits, and so I don't know what's going on there, but it's okay. So if you're listening to this on a audio streaming platform, check the link. There's a link for the video episode. So even if you don't like watching the video episode, just do me a favor, go to the YouTube and subscribe to the YouTube. And if you do YouTube stuff, you want me to follow you back, you can just leave a message on a video, be like, hey, came here from the audio thing, and I'll follow you back, and I'll check your stuff out too, dude. Because I've been working hard, dog. I've been working hard. So speaking of working hard, okay, poor people just need to work harder. I'm tired of hearing poor people complain, okay? And they say, oh, you got your white privilege. Like this one guy said to me the other day, oh, well, it's not even the color of his skin. It's almost the texture of his skin. He doesn't look like he's been on the job site. It's like, sir, excuse you? What? You think I haven't had any sort of rough moments in my life just because I'm this attractive? You think I haven't had a bunch of setbacks, okay? The thing, people are poor because they haven't learned a good work ethic, okay? So when I was younger, my parents' maids, they didn't even clean my bathroom. And so I think with a lot of these people, they didn't have to clean their own bathrooms. So a lot of these people that are poor now, like their maids, when they were growing up, like in the hood and shit like that, they never developed a work ethic. So where I was lucky, where my maids didn't clean my bathroom, like they would only clean the main area, you know what I mean? And I would get so annoyed, like, fuck, I gotta scrub my own toilets, and then, then I'd be tired from that. And then when I'd go take my truck that my dad bought me for my 16th birthday, right? I would get in my truck, and this thing, it didn't even have an aux cord hookup, okay? People would be like, oh, you've never faced... Dude, I didn't have a fucking aux cord hookup, so I had to take my 32 gig iPod at the time, okay? This thing didn't even have internet access. I had to plug it into the computer, put the songs on the iPod. I would have to take my iPod, and I had to run it through this little rinky-dink little radio thing that I got at probably a Radio Shack, and there would be static interference, okay? Dude, I don't know, man. People want to act like I've never been through anything, and whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. A bunch of virtue signaling is coming from y'all, dude. It's like John Fedman hanging all the pictures of all the lost people in Palestine or Israel on his wall. Did you guys see that? John Fedman, he tweeted. Let's go look at the tweet. What does it say? X. What is happening on X? John Fetterman. Fetterman. Oh God, he's been doing a lot of tweeting today. Should have been ironing his clothes. Hey, let's see. Oh, did he delete it? This motherfucker. All right, so John Fetterman posted on his Twitter, he said, we've hung up all the posters of all the lost people in Israel in my office. And it's a very good thing that he did that, because I don't know how else they're going to find these people. And that's why when I see people tearing down the posters of the Israelis in Minnesota, I get very upset, because what if the people in Minnesota recognize that person that's missing in Israel and the flyer's not there in Minnesota to show them? Fucking ridiculous, dude. Dude, I had a dream last night that I was going to record a podcast with Hagatha, which we keep meaning to do. But so in my dream, it was being produced by Barstool Sports. One of us had, I think I was coming on Hagatha's podcast, so it must have been Hagatha's sponsorship. But all these people from Barstool were there. I don't know any of their names, but all these people were there. Dave wasn't there, but like Glenny Balls was there. And I think he was kind of the executive producer. And there was like 20 people to help make this podcast happen, right? So Hagatha and I walk in. Hagatha's looking stunning. And we sit down, and then Glenny Balls comes over and he starts pitching all these ideas. And I don't remember exactly what the ideas were. And then Hagatha and I both look at each other and we're like, no, we're not gonna, we're just gonna do our thing. And then these other people come in like, oh no, dude, you should do this, you should do this. And we keep wanting to just start, and they keep just pitching, throwing all these ideas at us that are just like god awful, right? And then eventually, like, I get up, I'm like, okay, you guys work this out. So I go walk around. And then it got to a point where then Hagatha got so pissed off that everybody kept trying to tell her what to do. And I was super annoyed. Then we all just started fucking brawling. And then I was laughing, like the brawl was so funny. Hagatha was just fucking clotheslining people. And and then I woke up, dude. I woke up and realized back to reality, not being sponsored by Barstool and still broke. That's why we need communism, bro. Communism works because when I was a teenager working at Little Caesars, the 40-year-old guy that I worked with, he taught me all about communism, and he told me it would work, and it stuck with me all these years. Because one time when we were smoking Sherm in his mom's basement, he told me how communism would save the world because in 20 years, everything's going to be automated. And this is before I ever heard of AI, okay? Now, this guy, he understood how the world works, okay? He was fucking smart. Like, he had this technique about getting the dough done. Like, I was just a dumb little young kid, so I didn't really know what the frick I was doing. But he would have all the dough done and everything. I'd be like, dude, this guy he's smart. And he told me he's the person that really explained to me how the world should work and that communism is a thing and will save us all. And I believe him. He hasn't been wrong about anything yet. I mean, AI is obviously happening. So, shout out to his mom for letting us smoke the Sherm. So stupid. All right, and here's the thought I'm going to leave y'all with. We're going to start winding things down. Where are we at time-wise? Yeah, it looks about right. As these podcasts get deep, they start out like Monday's episode is 20 minutes. Tuesday's episode is like 18 minutes. Wednesday's 16 minutes. They talk about on Kill Tony how hard it is to do a minute every week. It's like, bitch, I do 20 minutes every single day. Okay? But whatever, I'm not taking anything away from them. I don't know. I'm not even going to talk shit about that show because I love that show. But what was I going to talk about? Oh, yeah. I think we need to take guns away from everybody so the police are the only ones with guns. No civilian has any use for a gun. Not a single use, okay? But the police are violent and they do a lot of police brutality. So what we need to do as well is defund the cops. But you might be like, well, no, but vigilantism needs to be outlawed as well. So if we just make the guns illegal, none of the criminals will have any of the guns. And then for the remaining police that are there that we don't defund, it's good for them to be the only ones that are armed because the government is obviously crooked and we're scared of them. So it's good for us to only want them, the authorities, to have any sort of weapons, because if you look at anywhere historically, look anywhere else in the world where they took guns away, it's always worked out every single time. Every time you try socialism, communism, take all the guns away or put a guy with dementia in charge, it goes good. And anybody that says otherwise, they're spreading dangerous misinformation, and they shouldn't be doing that because that is my job. They can't take my job. Okay? All right, I'm going to sign out. I'm running out of shit to say right now. Please be sure to leave a rating. Go pick up my book, The Petty Principles, available on Amazon for $6.69. Go subscribe on the YouTube channel, like I said before, or leave a rating in your favorite audio app. Help the channel out. Do what you can. Appreciate y'all being here. And I can't actually decide if I'm thinking I might just start only doing the podcast Monday through Thursday. So then that gives Friday people time to catch up because 4 episodes, that's pretty much an hour. I don't know. I got to think about that one. Anyways, love y'all a long time. Let me know what you think about that, actually. Reach out. Let me know if you think it's a good idea or bad idea to not do the podcast on Friday. Oh, God, excuse me. Deuces.